You are a walking placebo effect. You're a walking placebo effect. This is for my healers out there, okay? It's not a thing that can be measured scientifically with the quantitative tests. This is more of a qualitative kind of thing. I don't know what it is about you, but your energy is healing. Your words, your medicine, your way of moving through the world heals. It makes people feel better. It gives them the relief they're looking for. A placebo effect. I wrote it down. Also, isn't this such a cute journal? It says, feeling myself. Ooh. Okay. Placebo effect. A genuine mind-body phenomenon where a person's health improves after taking an inactive dummy treatment like a sugar pill or a saline injection, not like an actual medicine. And it works due to the person's belief in the treatment and the anticipation of relief. So apparently something near like 85% of the efficacy of antidepressants is because the person believes it will work. I saw like if, you get diagnosed with some illness that could be terminal, cancer, let's say, um, and you believe it's going to, your treatment's going to be successful, you have a much higher chance of surviving. If you think all hope is lost and it's not going to work, then it won't. The operative thing is you and your belief. And your belief is so strong that it makes other people feel better. So you have the effect of you just being in the room makes everyone feel better. They don't even know what it is, but they just like, when you're around, people can relax a little. They can breathe easier. They have less anxiety, less like mental confusion when you're there. When you're there, they know that everything is going to be better. Your energy is so powerful. Your wisdom, you know, uh, your writings, your voice is so powerful that it has a healing quality to it. Don't let Pfizer know about this, baby. They're going to be trying to market, capture, bottle, and sell for an exploitative profit what you do naturally. Your energy just makes everyone know that it's going to be okay. When people see you, they're like, oh, all right. I don't know why, but I just know it's going to work out. Wow. Because you exist, people know it's going to be successful, whatever the thing is. The anxiety is going to be relieved. It's going to work out. You're going to feel better. So that might be why people, when you are not around, they don't feel as good. So people might be kind of, you build up kind of an addiction to a beautiful healing medicine like yourself. So yeah, I think it's so powerful how, if you believe something's going to work, it will. Mm. And so yeah, it's like talking about the power of your self-belief. And so like your self-belief is so powerful that it makes other people believe it will work. That's powerful. I hope you don't feel any pressure from that because it's literally not anything you're doing. It's like, sometimes like a particular medicine, it's formulated for one ailment, but it actually has another use. A good example is Ozempic. I think it's technically like a diabetes drug, something for diabetes management, but it also has the side effect of, I think, inhibiting your, hunger, so you lose weight super quickly. So now it's a weight loss drug. We mostly know it as that. So just because you might be intending to do one thing does not mean people will not receive a benefit from, that is different from what you even set out to do. So yeah, you don't have to have so much like pressure to like get it right or say it perfectly or do it perfectly. How you do it is the perfect formulation of it. Mm. And like just how you do it, you kind of have an effortless quality to you. So like you might be sitting here really like confused and like you don't know what's going on, but to everyone else, this is how you look. You look unbothered, unflappable, like, like you just look like you got it. And so you might be on the inside like, I don't know what is going on. I don't know how it's going to work out, but you're not projecting that. You're not portraying that. That's not what people are reading. People are reading like you got it. People are reading like, it's going to be okay. I don't know exactly how, but collective isn't panicking. Billy looks like he's chilling, so I guess it must be fine. I actually noticed in some of my dreams when Billy's there, I'm able to know that everything's fine. Like I had one dream where I felt like I was like falling from a great height and I was like holding on to this carpet. And also, I realized I was holding on to Billy. And I look over and Billy is looking like this. He's just looking so serene, so chill. And so in my dream, I'm like, okay, Billy is relaxed. Billy's asleep. He is not freaking out at all. Maybe everything's fine, actually. Maybe the reason I feel like I'm falling and I'm holding onto a carpet and Billy is looking serene is because we're on a magic carpet. That's what's happening right now. Oh, shit. We're actually having a fun, enjoyable experience. So I don't need to stress. The anxiety is an illusion that I don't need. That's the effect that you have on people. You just being there signals to people that it's okay. It signals to people's nervous system that it's safe. Ooh, that they can relax. Mm, that's so powerful. People will pay to feel safe. And this is just what you naturally bring. Your perspective, your way of, navigating through the world. You just know the right thing to say so people can like they have your voice in their head in their moment of anxiety. Your voice pops up and is like, no, it's gonna be fine. No, you don't have to worry about this thing. Your voice pops up and it's like, yeah, just do it. No, it's good enough. And it's perfect. It's like you're right there with them. Ooh, so powerful. That's how powerful your magic is. That's how powerful your medicine is. You don't even have to be in the room like directly with a person. You can have just had an interaction with them however long ago. But when they need your medicine, it's like been stored in them, lying dormant in them. And I don't know, their energy is just able to access it and be like, oh, wait, you know what? Billy said it was going to be fine. So I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, that's really powerful. I did this episode earlier and I was outside. And yeah, 8 minutes in, Billy's like, there's no sound. I was like, oh my gosh. Which is fine actually, because, I've been wanting to get more comfortable like with nonverbal communication. And so the video before this is like 8 minutes of me looking very beautiful and like expressive and giving this same message, but with no sound. So go check it out. um, but yeah, I've been wanting to like say this message all day because it just kept coming to me like, ooh. And then I heard another person kind of talking about this in a different way, but it's like, yeah, you are healing. Just your presence, your way of doing things is just so healing to people. And a lot of people might have gotten used to having free, unfettered access to what just comes naturally to you, which is like you just make people feel better. People feel relieved, less anxiety, less depression when you're there. Oh my gosh. And then I pulled these cards, okay? And I feel like this is you and me, of course, because we're all just projections of each other. The star card, right? Okay. I think you're someone who like you're motivated by hope and you are, a positive person, and um, people might be looking to you kind of as the North Star. You renew people's faith in, their dreams. You're like a light in the darkness that, like, when people are like despairing, they feel your energy and they know it's going to be okay. They know the light on the other side is a sign of safety, and they're going to get through it. So yeah, you're just like this inner clarity that people have, or you are, getting more in touch with that inner clarity that you possess, babe. Okay, so we pulled the star and then we pulled Nine of Swords, all right, which is about this energy of fear and anxiety, depression, overthinking. You kind of have this, like, you're ruminating on, like, did I say the right thing? Should I have done that? Maybe that wasn't the right thing. And it starts to like spiral you into despair and paranoia, maybe sleepless nights. It's keeping you up. And so this is kind of saying like you can have these moments of anxiety and depression, overthinking, negativity. That's what's familiar to us. Even if it's not necessarily like healthy or the most, beneficial, we are familiar with and are used to a negative slant on thing, and having like a kind of pessimistic and like, oh, it's never gonna work, I'm alone, um but yeah, who you are is just someone who is constantly like renewing yourself, being in touch with your spirituality, and um just like you don't have this like baseless hope that's just like, you're out of your power and just hoping for salvation. I think it's also because you're the King of Pentacles, baby. You have this you're like, I don't want to gas you up too much, though I actually do. You're a master of the material world. You have learned how to harness your wisdom, your perseverance, your and your physical talent, your uh what is it? Your like physical acumen, your skills to create the life you want, create the physical reality that you want, the relationships, the material things, the money, the stability. You create that. So you don't just have this like, baseless, airy fairy kind of hope that things will work out. They will, because like that's who you are. You do it, you get it done. It makes you a very, powerful leader, a practical leader, someone who everyone else like can be like, yeah, that makes sense. I see them do it and I want to follow them. Yeah, so other people might see you, you might see yourself as this, you are this provider. You provide the stability, you're a protector. Um, but you're also, safe and sensual and kind. And, King of Pentacles is about, yeah, being a master of the physical realm. So that's like what we can perceive with our senses. And yeah, so when you are feeling in this energy of anxiety and depression, um, your belief that it's going to be okay is the operant power. And you've proven it again and again that this belief in yourself is founded. You always work it out. It's always okay. It always um, is better when you're involved. Mm. Yeah, that's so powerful. So yeah, it doesn't matter that like, you can't like quantify and maybe specifically articulate how your energy heals and benefits and relieves suffering. But you just got to know that it does. And if it does that for other people, it can do it for you. And I feel like you've been like hesitant to, you've been cautious of outsourcing your healing because you see how powerful you are. You see what others receive from you, and you're realizing like I can give that to myself. You can, and you should. You're your first patient. You're your first student. You're your first devotee. And I've said this before and I'll say it again because this is the energy I'm constantly tapping into. You are the blueprint. You're becoming the blueprint. You are the blueprint. The way you navigate through this game called life is going to be a blueprint for other people. And, people love a blueprint. It makes us feel better. Like when we have like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like if someone were to give you a blueprint, you'd be like, oh my God, thank you. Whew, I was worried. And that's the energy that you bring to every situation that you're in. Like just your presence. You don't even have to say anything. But it like, I don't know what it does, but it opens up a portal where like people can just breathe a little easier. They can think clearer. And that's just because you were there. Powerful. Yeah, so you have this quality about you that just I don't know. Like maybe it's your belief in yourself makes other people believe it. Mm. Your belief is so powerful. And what is it? You only need faith, belief the size of a mustard seed. So it's powerful because you don't even need to have like 100% belief. You just need to have like a little bit mustard size of faith. That's enough to guarantee success. Powerful. And so now I think you can like leave some room for like when you have your moments where you feel anxiety and fear and like this overthinking and like, oh, how's it going to work out? Oh, I don't know how it's going to work out. Like, that's okay. You only need a mustard size amount of space for faith and hope and belief, so you have room to have a little anxiety and have a little doubt. As long as you know that, that's kind of an illusion, babe, because you're the King of Pentacles. It always works out for you. You're the source of stability. If you're this source of stability and safety for others, you're that for yourself. And this fear of like, oh, I don't know how it's going to work out, like, I don't know, it just always does for you. You're the star, babe. You're the North Star. And yeah, I think you've been like, you keep like looking for things that are confirming your purpose. But your purpose is found in the seeking for your purpose. mm mm So, what is it that you keep looking up? You keep wanting to know. I think you're looking for the truth. Um, You want to know what more is out there, what the reason for it all, why we're here. And you're going to find it. You found it. This message is part of it. You keep listening to people like me. And let me just tell you, you're right. Let me give you permission. Yeah, it's right. What you think to do is correct. And you keep getting these same messages over and over again until you want to believe it. You only need to believe it a little bit too. So don't give yourself too much pressure. All right, my beloved darlings. Thank you for staying up with me if you're on the East Coast. And yeah, I never do a little later night message, but I don't know. I just got off the phone with my friend Sakura and I want to just like share the wisdom, share the message for posterity. And I know another great message is going to come to me tomorrow. And so I want to get them out while I have them. So let me know what you think. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll talk to you, Earth Angels, later. Okay. Love you. Bye.